Hey gang, this is Ryan Moore, the National Young Adult Ministries Coordinator. Coming at you tonight from someone's house, from our church. Our senior pastor has invited about 15 to 20 couples between the ages of 25 and 35 to just come over and connect with us tonight and just talk to us about our generation, about the community around us. And he just wants to hear from us about maybe ways and suggestions that we have that can make our church a little bit better. So instead of me trying to write a blog or talk to you out there about how to do this, I thought I'd show you. And there may be some senior pastors out there that wonder, how can we connect to the young adults in our church? And so maybe this video could give you a few ideas on how to do that. All right, so let's check out and see what's going on. We got the relationship, but second one.
Prayer, not to sober things too much, but let's pray and then I'll share a little bit, and we're going to have a time of sharing. So please, one is that us being new to Central and spending the first at least month just trying to really capture the DNA of the church, which I already knew somewhat of what makes up Central. It's amazing history, and there's a lot that goes into what Central is, and I realize that all of you know that. But it was really to, especially the first night we were in New Community, I actually got in the car, and I think I called Carl on my way home that night, and I was really encouraged. It was a night that I just did my own little interview. But I said to Carl, there are some wonderful young couples, at Central, and because we know we have a large contingency, of course, of represented here. So that's the first thing. So I literally just want to go around and kind of hear your story a little bit, and I'm asking Carla to be a note taker tonight, so she's just going to keep track of some things. And then the second thing is to realize that being multi-generational. I have, and I'm sure all of you share in this, one reason you'd be at Central, but I have a huge appreciation and value for all of the seniors. Those are my parents. Many of them, they're my parents and grandparents, and so we value them. And I will value them to the nth degree. I will value them. But I also know, and we all realize, they are not our future. Obviously, a lot of you, if not all of you, it sounds like you've really found connection with one another or with some segment of Central. So looking at those that will come in and be visiting, and you were once in their shoes. So the danger is obviously, once we're comfortable with ourselves, it's really easy to, hey, I'm connected, and then to lose sight of that. But what do you think Central could really work on to try to connect to all the rest of you that in your age group that are coming in, is where all of you go to work, your neighborhoods, who you deal with aerobics on a Monday night, those relationships, that's a part of being missional. So missional is not just our Jerusalem, but it's our Judea, where it's our daily lives. And then beyond that would be, which has been touched on here, but I want to cast vision that day of, which is about 4 weeks away then, but of another missional side of Central is every Sunday morning when people are walking through the door, is that if all of you could have one mission on every single week then, and just really think about how simple this would be, but if all of you went after one new couple, someone in your age, you just connected with one. I appreciate, I think it was you, I believe, Jeff, you had, about the new couple, they're going to CBC, right? I had met them as they checked in their kids, and then he wrote me, he said, man, I'm really glad you connected with them. Really sweet young couple from Kentucky. And Jeff had caught him, and so anyway, but if you just went after one, every one of you, that'd be a lot of influence every single week if you looked outside yourself and just kind of spun around thinking, who don't I know? And if you went after them, and if that was reproduced a little bit, that can make a real difference. All right. Yeah, we can text Jerry now and figure out what he's going to say. Pretend he's like we're smiling so you take a picture of it.